She said, "You're seriously overreacting. It was just a few messages." That's what she told me, like I was some insecure fool losing my mind over nothing. But those few messages? They shattered everything I thought I knew about us. I stared at her, trying to recognize the woman I had trusted with my whole heart. My stomach dropped, my hands went cold. The love of my life was looking me in the eyes and lying through her teeth, like it was the most natural thing in the world. We'd been together for almost 5 years. Built dreams. Talked about kids. We'd survived layoffs, a miscarriage, and her mother's cancer diagnosis. Through it all, I held her hand, stood by her side, never once looked the other way. So when I saw those texts pop up on her screen, his name, the little heart emoji beside it, I knew something wasn't right. Still, I wanted to believe her. I needed to believe her. Until I opened her secret chat. That's when I learned the truth. And what she really meant when she said, "Just a few messages." This wasn't insecurity. This was betrayal. And it only got worse from there. We met in college, freshman year, library, over a spilled coffee. Cliché, I know. But it felt real. She laughed at my awkward jokes. I listened to her ramble about books and her dreams. Within a few months, we were inseparable. She was the kind of girl who lit up every room. Confident. Bold. A little reckless, but in a way that made life exciting. And I was the grounded one. The planner. The safe space. She told me I made her feel calm. I told her she made me feel alive. We moved in together after graduation. Built a life from scratch, cheap furniture, ramen dinners, late-night talks about the future. It wasn't perfect, but it was ours. The first couple of years were great. We traveled, saved money, even got a dog. She called me her rock. I thought we were solid. Then something shifted. Around 6 months ago, she got a new job. Better pay, more hours, fancy coworkers. At first, I was proud. She was killing it. But then she started pulling away, emotionally, physically. She was always on her phone. Said she was just tired or had a headache. The intimacy faded. The laughter slowed. She stopped saying, "I love you," first. I thought maybe it was just stress. Maybe we were both burnt out. I never once suspected her. Never crossed my mind that someone else might be involved. Until I saw the notification on her phone. A message from Jason. Her ex. And suddenly, everything made sense. It started small, so small I almost didn't notice. She began taking her phone with her everywhere. Even to the bathroom. And if she left it on the table, it was always face down. She used to show me funny memes or random texts. Now, the screen went dark the second I got near. At first, I told myself I was overthinking it. People get busy, right? She was working late, meeting new colleagues. Maybe she just needed space. But then she changed her phone password. She didn't tell me. I only found out when I tried to set an alarm on her phone one morning and it asked for Face ID. I asked about it, half joking, and she just laughed and said, "Everyone should have some privacy." Fair enough, but something felt off. She started dressing differently for work too. New clothes. More makeup. Perfume she never used to wear. I complimented her, but she brushed it off like it didn't matter. We stopped spending time together. She always had plans, or was too tired. Even on weekends, she was glued to her phone, smiling at texts she wouldn't let me see. I tried to talk to her. Asked if she was okay, if I'd done something wrong. She snapped. Said I was being clingy? That night, I lay awake beside her while she scrolled silently, the glow of her phone lighting up her face. She angled the screen away from me. And that's when the anxiety started to grow. A pit in my stomach I couldn't explain. I told myself not to snoop. Not to be that guy. But something inside me knew. She was hiding something. And I was about to find out what. I couldn't take it anymore. The silence. The coldness. The way she looked at her phone with more warmth than she looked at me. One night she fell asleep early on the couch. Her phone was in her hand, unlocked. It was now or never. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. I picked it up, trying not to shake. I wasn't proud of it. But I needed to know. Messages. So many. Some from people I didn't recognize. Work group chats. A few memes. Nothing terrible, at first. Then I found it. A hidden chat app. One I'd never seen on her phone before. Tucked away in a folder labeled Utilities. Clever. When I opened it, the first name that popped up was Jason. And what I saw shattered me. Flirty messages. Inside jokes. Old memories. Him calling her babe. Her replying with a heart. Talk of what ifs, and I miss the way things used to be. The worst part? They'd met up. Multiple times. I felt sick. 5 years, and she threw it away like it meant nothing. I put the phone down and stared at her. Sleeping peacefully. Like she didn't just set fire to everything we built. I woke her up. She opened her eyes, groggy, and smiled, until she saw her phone in my hand. I said, Jason, huh? Her face went pale. And then she said it. You're seriously overreacting. It was just a few messages. That's when something in me snapped. She lied. She gaslit. She cheated. And she thought I'd just accept that? I stood up. Cold. Hollow. Done. Because this wasn't just betrayal. It was the moment I stopped loving her. She jumped off the couch like the floor was on fire. Grabbed her phone, like somehow hiding it would erase what I'd already seen. Listen, just listen, okay? She stammered. It didn't mean anything. It was just a few messages. We were just catching up. I laughed. It wasn't funny, it was bitter, broken. Catching up? You told him you missed his lips. Her mouth opened, but nothing came out. You told him you wished you'd never broken up. That I was too safe. Too boring. That you missed the thrill. Tears welled up in her eyes. It was stupid. It was a mistake. I didn't think it would go that far. That far? I snapped. You met him. You slept with him. She went silent. Just looked at me with this pathetic, guilty face, like she was the victim here. And then she whispered, I didn't mean to hurt you. That was it. That was her defense. I shook my head, grabbed my keys, and said the words I knew would leave a scar deeper than anything she ever sent to him. You didn't just hurt me. You made me feel worthless. And I loved you so hard, I forgot what it felt like to respect myself. She broke down, sobbing, begging me not to go. Promising therapy, change, whatever I wanted. But it was too late. Because I finally wanted something she couldn't give me anymore. Peace. I walked out without looking back. No yelling. No slamming doors. Just the quiet sound of a man done giving everything to someone who gave nothing back. It's strange how someone can be your whole world one day, and just a stranger with memories the next. I spent months blaming myself. Wondering if I wasn't enough. If maybe I should have been more exciting, less predictable. But the truth? Loyalty isn't boring. Respect isn't dull. She chose to betray me, not because I lacked something, but because she lacked everything she claimed to value. Looking back, I see all the little signs I ignored. The gut feelings I brushed off. I wanted so badly to believe in her, in us, that I turned off my instincts just to keep the illusion alive. Never again. If someone makes you feel like you have to earn their honesty or compete for their love, that's not love, it's manipulation. I don't hate her. I don't wish her pain. But I do hope she wakes up one day and realizes what she threw away for a few cheap thrills. As for me, I'm rebuilding. I've reconnected with friends. Started traveling. Found joy in simple things again, sunsets, music, silence. And when I love again, it'll be with someone who doesn't make me question my worth. Because the biggest lesson I learned? Being loved isn't the same as being valued. And I finally know the difference.